Yes, my dear friend, in this lesson we will learn about math function. So let's get started. For example, let's come and write the code that divides the values into 2. So let's create a new function here. Let the function name be divides. And also let's take a number and let's put a colon and let's return number over 2. So we are done, and also let's move to the return. So we are done. So let's move to a new line and let's create a new list here. Let the list name be, for example, values, and let's define 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And also let's divide all of these values into 2. So what we have to do now is to create for loop here. So let's create for loop here and let the element name be element in values. And let's move inside of our for loop and let's print and let's call our divides function and open and close parentheses and let's define our element name. And also, if we run our code, and as you can see here, we got the output like this. So we are done because we have successfully divided all of these values into 2. So let's continue. For example, let's create a new list here, and also list will be empty. And for example, new values, and let's create empty list. And also let's divide all of these values into 2, and also let's add all of these values to the new values list. So if you want to do this, we should use the append method. So let's write here our empty list name. So our empty list name is new values, and let's append call divides function, and also let's define our element. And if we run our code again, and also if we print our new values list, so let's print new values, and as you can see here, we got the output as we want. But as you can see here, this process is very long. So can we do this in a short way? Of course we can, but we need to learn a new function, and our new function name is math function. So now let's continue and let's create this process in a short way. Let's create our divides function again, and let's take a number and let's return number over 2. And let's move to a new line and let's create a new list here. Let the list name be values, and let's define again 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And then we need to learn a new function here. Our new function name is math function. But before we learn, let's create a new list here. Let the list name be new values, and let's assign our list function and open and close parentheses, and let's learn how to use map function. If you want to use map function, first we should write here map and open and close parentheses, and then we have to enter two different parameters here. The first parameter will be our function name. So our function name is divides, and our second parameter will be our list name or tuple name. So as you know, our list name is values, and if we run our code again, and if we call our new values list again, and as you can see here, we got the output as we want. This process is 4 line, but this process is 2, 4, 6, 7. So you see here, this is a short way. So we are done. In general, we can do these operations more easily with the map function. Alright my dear friend, in this lesson we learned how to use map function in the Python programming language. So now let's move on to our next lesson and learn the functions better.